Hey guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? Welcome to yet another one of these videos of mine. And today's video is a little different. Yes, fish opener happened. I went fishing yesterday, but I didn't get any footage, and I regret every minute of it. Brought the GoPro, had it on my chest mount, was recording in the beginning, but there was no action happening, so I turned off the GoPro, took it off, because it was hot as hell outside yesterday. I was getting some sweat stains on my shirt, so I was like, well, frig this, I'm not catching anything. Usually when I post fishing stuff, it doesn't get views, nobody cares. If I would have been recording yesterday, we would have got views because let's just say blood equals ratings, and this time it wasn't the fish's blood, it was mine. So I'm sitting there and I'm fishing, I'm using one of the, I tried a bunch of stuff. I tried some of my baits, no luck. Tried some of the Skivinz baits, no luck. One of the kids was like, oh, just use this thing. It was, I can't remember the name of it. I think it was called the Skivinz Mini Scout or something like that. Looks like a minnow, but it's the sexy shad pattern in a lake where we have no shad, which is kind of weird. And it was working for them. They pulled in like, Logan pulled in like a 38-inch pike, and Waylon pulled in like a 34-inch pike, and they're catching walleyes like crazy, and I wasn't doing shit because I don't know how to fish hard plastics. I'm kind of limited on my fishing skills. I only started in 2020, so I'm still learning. But as you can tell, when I get into something, I kind of go balls deep because I start making my own baits. I start trying things I see on YouTube. I'm not the kind of guy who can just jump into something and gradually learn. I'm the kind of guy who jumps into something and takes on too much at once and tries to force d'état in my brain. So that's a problem. Finally, I sing one out. This is on the Sugaling rod as well. I catch a fish with the sexy shad from Skivinz Squad. I'm like, sweet. So I'm reeling them in. I thought for sure the rod was going to explode, but it did what it was supposed to do. It pulled the fish in. Now, it wasn't a big bass. It was just like a little guy. Maybe tops half a pound, maybe a pound. I don't know. He was fat. I get the fish landed, go to pick him up. I stapled his freaking mouth shut with the treble hook. So he had one hook in the top of his face and two in the bottom. So I'm like, okay, how the hell am I going to get this out? So I grab the fish around the belly, go grab my trusty Cabela freaking multi-tool here, and I go into the mouth to grab the friggin' hook. I grabbed the hook and I went to shoot it down, and as I shot it down, it didn't let go. So I went to get a better grip on the fish. The fish wiggle wobbled, fell out, and I took the back treble right to the finger. Now, it doesn't look too bad now. I don't even know if you can see that mark there. But I took the back treble of the finger. Now I got this fish dangling, and the only reason why I didn't hit the ground is because the treble is in my finger. And you know how a treble hook is 3 hooks that curve? It was like up to the curve, so it was way past the barb. I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now? Like, this is gonna suck. The kids came over, they had snippers, like bolt cutters. Not bolt cutters, but you know, wire cutters. And they cut the split ring off of the Skivinz bait. So now the fish and the bait is free, and I just have a treble in my finger. While I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the treble, they unhook the fish, and Logan's like, do you want your fish? He hands it to me. I'm like, you're a jerk, and I just fling him back in the water. Right? I should have ripped his head off and threw him in the bucket and ate him. I was more concerned about the hook at that time. Logan is one of the kids who got hooked multiple times. He knows how to deal with it. He's like, well, we could try the braid technique, which I've never heard of. I'm gonna have to look this up, so I have a feeling it's not gonna be the first or the last time that I hook myself during a fishing run. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, so what's the strat here? How can we get this thing out? And it hurt like hell. It did not feel good. I feel bad for fish who take trebles to the face. He said you got 2 options. You can either push it, make another hole, I mean, cut the barb off, then you can just guide it back out, or you can just rip it out. I went with plan B. So I used my trusty multi-tool here, and I really need to clean them because I don't know if you can see this, but there's totally my blood on it. Yup, that's my blood. I just gripped the treble hook. I told him to back away, and I was like, heavy breathing, like, and on the third one, I just hauled off and yanked the son of a bitch out. I bled like a pig. Like, it was a thing. I bled. All I did was just wash my hand off in the water. Probably not the most sanitary thing to do. And then applied pressure to it for about 5 minutes. It cauterized. So sweet. Otherwise, if that didn't work, I had a lighter in my backpack, because you always keep a lighter on you guys. Even if you don't smoke cigarettes or cigars, always keep a lighter on you, because you never know if you're going to get stranded. And there's 3 things you need in a survival situation: shelter, food, and heat. Mainly heat. Your body needs heat. You can survive without food for a long freaking time if you've got a freaking cheeseburger locker like I do. But you can't survive without heat. Hypothermia sets in, your body shuts down. So I always keep a lighter on me everywhere I go, either in my pocket. I have 2, one in my ultimate fishing bag, and I have one in my other fishing bag. I have one in the truck, and I had one on me. So worst case scenario, if it didn't cauterize, I was gonna take the lighter to the knife part of the multi-tool here, that guy right there, and I was gonna heat it up and then just touch the wound. Would have hurt like hell. Probably would have wrecked my fingerprint too, but she would have cauterized on touch, and that would have worked. Saw it on the Rambo movie once. Since when have movies ever lied to us? videos. Other than that, I had a slow day fishing because like I'll admit I'm a shitty angler, and that's probably why nobody likes to watch my fishing videos, is because I'm just not that good at it. I'm no Guggen Squad member, that's for sure. I'm not pulling 6-7 bass out of the water at one time, but it is what it is. But while this was all happening, I didn't have the GoPro on me. I took it off because, like I said, sweaty boob syndrome. And the kids were like, man, it's a shame you didn't have your GoPro running. And I'm like, I know. And they're like, yeah, John B's video of him taking a hook to the hand would have went crazy. And the way you ripped it out, that would have drawn in a lot of views. But with YouTube being the way YouTube is nowadays, you show blood on YouTube, that's a problem. That can get your video demonetized, or even worse, your channel taken down because you're showing blood, and you shouldn't do that. And I don't think my hook removal was the proper method to use, but I did it anyway because bitch had to come out. Anyway, today's video is not a fishing video. It's currently like friggin' 11 degrees out. The kids are down at the government dock and calendar right now, and so far all they caught was a really fat pumpkin seed. I mean, really fat pumpkin seed. This thing's a tank. I just don't feel like fishing today because I have another idea for today's video. Guys, I showed you on a previous video those Ryobi drill mounts and stuff. Well, I ended up printing them. That's some good quality print there. I fixed my printer. I spent a good 2 hours the other night. By the other night, I mean Friday night, just mucking with it and trying to figure it out because like fishing season was starting and I really wanted to print up a bait, which was that rattle trap. I didn't show you guys the rattle trap. I should show you guys the rattle. When we go out, I'll show you guys the rattle trap that I printed, painted, and used, but unsuccessful with it because I've never caught anything on a rattle trap. Everybody's like, rattle traps are the king. I have yet to succeed on a rattle trap, but I will catch a fish on it because it works good. It's nice. So we will give that a go someday, but not today. What I want to do today is right now the printer is going. She is printing. I'm printing up the weed whacker mount, and I did find a mount for my reciprocating saw, which is even nicer because I want to get that thing off my desk too. So we're going to be printing that up later on, and I do want to make the Ryobi wall. I'm just not sure where in the garage. So found this on Thingiverse, and it's perfect for mounting your reciprocating saw to the wall because let's just face it, all these tools, man, they're a pain in the ass to manage. So the objective today is we're going to mount that guy on the wall. I also want to go to Canadian Tire because one thing about that Sugaling rod that I don't like is it's dry. What I mean by dry is the reel is crunchy, like you're reeling it and you can tell that there's no lubrication in there. It's literally gear on gear. Now, Canadian Tire sells real oil, just a lubricating oil. It's like $7. I want to go there and pick that up, and I want to pick up something else too to avoid having this happen again with the treble hook. Some longer needle nose pliers, because this Cabela multi-tool, even though it came up clutch for a lot of things in the past, definitely not ideal for fishing. Maybe used in a pinch, but well, that pinch cost me my middle finger, so that's kind of sucks. Anyway, guys, that's what we're gonna do now. I got up late today, so I'm gonna grab these two battery mounts. No, I am gonna be building a battery holder for the garage as well on the 3D printer. I love this 3D printer, man. Like, you need stuff, just make it yourself. I could go on Amazon and buy a kit of all this crap, but the kit literally comes with one of these, and oh, here we go. Come on, Oreo. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get it out. Come on. The warmer it gets, the worse he gets. We're gonna go to Canadian Tire. We're going to get the real oil. I want to get some really long. Kids had a bunch there. I should have friggin' just grabbed one of theirs when I went to go de-hook the fish, but I didn't, so I took a treble to the finger. I wanted to mow my lawn today too, but it rained this morning and the lawn's all wet, and I don't like mowing when it's wet because it all just cakes to the underside of your mower, and that's a pain in the ass to clean. I think I gotta poop first too, so I'm gonna go. I just put my shoes on. I'm gonna take them off. I'm gonna go for a dump, and then we're gonna head out to the garage and gradually head off to Canadian Tire. All right, peace. All right, guys, there's a big bee in here, and I don't know how they keep getting in here, but they do, and whatever. I'm thinking about making this the Ryobi wall right here. I'm gonna get rid of my backpack, put it somewhere else. We're gonna mount the battery chargers. I'm gonna get rid of this old radio because I don't even think it works. Yeah, it's pretty much toast, and it sounds like tomato soup, so whatever. But basically, these things here, you bolt them to the wall, drop them on their face, and then you bolt them to the wall, and then your drill just sits on them like this. Except for some reason the drill doesn't fit on it. Well, that's awesome. Why not? Oh, there we go. So it's just the tolerances, and it just sits on like that. So when it's bolted to the wall, it's on a 45, and then you just pull it off. I'm gonna have to sand it a little bit because it's catching on the lips here, but it just clips on the wall. Then you mount it to the wall, and then your drill's on the wall out of your way. But it definitely needs some work. some finishing. Is this one better tolerances or still shit? Still kind of shit. That's basically how it sits. So it's on the wall, it's up on an angle, so it shouldn't fall off under its own weight. My big concern is if these tabs are strong enough to hold it, because the guy said he printed his in ABS, and I don't have ABS. I printed it in PLA, which should still offer enough rigidity to hold up these things. Like, they're not heavy tools by any means necessary. And both the whatever the hell tool this, what is this tool? I think this is like just a screwdriver. Holy shit, that's on there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sand these down. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work on them. Not a big deal, but we'll get that all straightened out. But right now, what I was thinking was like this fishing bag here, I can take this down. I'll put this somewhere else. Because I'm also thinking, because I do that sometimes, of mounting my power charging stations on the wall. And that way there, I can just use that, like have the battery here and a battery over here or something. And then when I need a battery, I just pull it off. When I don't need a battery, I leave it on or whatever. So I have those two power stations. Then I got the one for the lawnmower. The lawnmower one's kind of heavy. I might not mount that to the wall, but I definitely am thinking about putting them here and then maybe putting the drills up here or something. And then cleaning up this area over here, maybe hanging stuff there. I was also thinking about putting the weed whacker mount up here and putting the drills on this wall, so that the weed whacker can go in there, and then put the, I gotta figure out where the power for this is going though, because I really do not want to drill into a wire and cook myself. I'm assuming they're going down, but I don't know. But anyway, that's gonna be the battle plan for today, guys, is we're gonna be doing some hanging of the tools. But like I said, I gotta go to Canadian Tire. I gotta get me some stuff. I wanna get some better screws too, because the ones I have, the heads on them are too small. I seem to buy a lot of screws for mounting things lately. You notice that theme? If you haven't, you probably should. Anyway, I'll to Canadian Tire. Hey, I just filmed an entire scene and didn't have my microphone on. That's fun. Anyway, guys, so I went to Canadian Tire and I bought, not everything was for the project, only one thing is. But yesterday the kids were fishing with spoons and they were doing pretty good with the pike. So I didn't have any, so I got some. $5 each, you get 4 spoons. Tiny one, a big one, and a couple medium ones. 5 diamonds, Red Devil. Also bought some lubricating gun oil because this here works fine in reels. And I want to see if I can take the crunchy out of that freaking bait caster from China. Because let me tell you, casting that, I got on the same lure, put it on the Pissy Fun, sailing it out double the distance. This one here, you sail it out, crunch, 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 crunch. It was horrible. And to avoid getting another hook to the hand, I got myself a hook remover, but she's kind of cheese because she doesn't close all the way. It's got this like serration in there, but then it's got this like front overbite that, I don't know, I guess I can just grab the hook with the front overbite and then knock it out. I'll figure it out. Not a big deal. Anything to avoid getting my hands close to the fish to take a hook to the hand again, because that was not pleasant. Anyway, something I need to do is get some sandpaper and just work these over a bit. So I'll be right back. All right, so I cleaned up this one here and now you can see it just slides on perfectly. There's like no resistance. The problem is with the 3D printer, it's on these sharp edges here. There was like a bit of an overlay, so it didn't quite work out the way I wanted. So for these, I'm thinking about putting them right on the wall right here and right here. Probably gonna get rid of those dust pans because they're both broken. Well, the one is, the one on the bottom is. I'm gonna find a spot for these later on. For now, you can go over here and you can go in the garbage. Cool. So for these guys, I bought some screws here. Got some 1 1/4 inch wood screws, probably a bit overkill. That's how I live my life, so it is what it is. I really got to learn one thing though. I got to learn how to use this tool, because when you put a bit in, the bit doesn't stay. Also, when you don't have the right bit for your screws, you can't really screw. Let me go locate that now. All right guys, I'm back. And all right, I'm gonna move these screws over a bit so I don't knock them over. I'm thinking for the drill and stuff, we're gonna put them right here. You gotta be shitting me. See, that's what I mean about this thing. I don't understand it because it doesn't lock. And I just lost the bit that I needed behind the filing cabinet because this thing's a piece of shit. Oh man, I'm not having a good day today. Okay, I figured it out. This thing comes in and out. Holy shit. Read the manual, noob. There, bit not coming out now. I was about to switch to the drill because I was like, frig this. If I'm gonna keep losing bits, then that's not gonna be freaking happening. But you can't use those other bits. You gotta use these extended bits, which sucks, but it is what it is. Anyway, enough bitching, let's get this done. It'd be also great if I had the right bit in there, but I don't, so that's fun. Living my best life. Found this thing here. It's from my DeWalt kit. We'll see how well this works. Oh, that worked pretty good. Let's get this top one in. Perfect. Okay, so that is up on the wall. Take our drill. Boom, mounted. Beauty. Then when you need your drill, just come over, grab it, take it off, slap a battery on. You're done. Boom. Out of the way. Off the desk. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sand down this guy here. Get these hard edges off, because I'm pretty sure this one here, oh, it's not too bad. That's a good tolerance. I'll keep that. All right, let's go ahead and mount this one up right beside it. They're not exactly level or anything, but neither am I, so that's cool. Really, another bee in here? How many of these things do I gotta kill? And by a bee, I mean a hornet. Pretty damn close to each other so that they touch. Perfect. Guess you guys want to actually watch what I'm doing, right? It's probably the good objective. If you're wondering what that yellow thing's hanging in front of the camera, that's my my method of holding the door open. I take the other hook and I put it on the doorknob and it keeps it open, because this garage is on an angle because the foundation's not failing. It's just the ground underneath it is. There. So now we can hang up our drill here. Get the battery off of this. Get that thing off. Hang you up right there. Boom. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? 3D printed, boys. Gotta dig it. I don't even need a shovel to dig it. Then the reciprocating saw, I'll put it right here. I'm gonna take that screw out. So let's go with this guy. Oh, you're on there. Okay, maybe I'm gonna do myself a solid here. Grab this sandpaper. I'm gonna put you back on the battery because we're gonna use that. And we're just gonna do one of these to file those edges down. The tolerance is a little bit better. This is actually the 4-volt battery or 4 amp hour battery that was dead. Brought it back to life. Beauty. Okay, sweet. When you need it, just grab, pull, good to go. So I don't know why the bees are coming in here, but I'm telling you, one of these days they're gonna get raid bombed. This screw can come out. Helps when you have a battery attached. Another screw down here that can come out, and another screw down below that I'm gonna take out as well. So those are the two hangers. Now something I want to do is get these guys mounted. Now, these things here have a hole and a hole, and they want to be mounted upside down. So that's going to be an interesting endeavor to do. And I'm thinking, because I do that from time to time, that I'm going to mount one. I'm going to take this thing off, because I no longer need it. I'm not hanging the fishing bag there anymore. I'm going to get rid of that thing. Thinking about putting this guy here, or like here and here. I could go higher. I know there's a wire right here. We should be fine right here. So I could go here and here. Now I need a Sharpie or a pencil or something, because I got to mark down on the wall where I'm going to put those screws so I can clip it on. Normally in this case, what I would do is take that charger, bring it in the house and scan it and print it. And then I would get an idea as to where I need to put my holes. But I don't have any ink in my printer, and I'm not about to go to Walmart and spend 60 bucks just to print off two things, because that seems kind of pointless. So we're gonna go right there. I know I moved that over a bit, but give me a second. I got an idea. I had no choice. It's because where I was marking, there was a piece of plaster in the way. I just need a straight edge. Where'd that level go? That would come up clutch right now. Where in the frig did I put that level? Are you on the level? Well, balls. Always when I'm looking, oh, there it is. Always when I'm looking for something, it's in the last place I look. Why? Because I stopped looking for it after that. Where'd those marks go? So you are here. And you are here. Good enough, good stuff. I'm just gonna go ahead, rip a couple screws into the wall, leave them out a little bit so that, you know, they do screw things and act as holders. And then we'll mount the batteries. Oh man, what a video today is, eh? What a day to be alive. You get to watch a Skivinz video while he organizes his garage, sort of. I'm not even done organizing my garage. I still gotta tackle that back shed. So I'm gonna put, actually, let me get an idea as where I'm gonna put these. Where'd I put that pencil? Did I already lose it? I am such an awesome person today. Like, honestly, I feel like my dad right now. We'll be doing a project and he'll be like, where's my pencil? What'd you do with my pencil? All nonstop, like nonstop. What'd you do with my pencil? Nothing. So we're gonna put you like this. So let's go one here, one. Let's do this here with the friggin' level ruler thingy. So let's just do one of these. That'll mark that. Then how fat are you? So the other one, we'll put it right about there-ish. All right, let's drive 4 screws into the wall. Hopefully we don't hit an electrical wire and cook ourselves. If we do, well, this video never went up, so cool. I'm just gonna test fitment this thing. Okay, I can go a little bit deeper. A little bit of play, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do the same with this one here. Little test fitment. No, it was right side up. I'm just stupid. There we go. She's on there. A little bit of cable management after. I don't know what I'm going to use for that. I'm going to have to get something to run the wire along the wall so it's not dangling over the battery. And then theoretically we can just come over here, strap a battery to it, let her charge. My battery's already fully charged. Nice. Let's go ahead and do it with the other one. I'll just take this off because we don't need to charge a battery that's already charged. I'm going to be building or printing a battery rack so I can put all my extra batteries on it and not have them on the charger all the time because I heard that's bad for them. So you will go right here and you will go. Now you're probably saying, Adam, what are you going to do in the winter? You can't leave these batteries out here. Well, why do you think they're not permanently attached to the freaking wall? All right, let me take the zip tie off of this one. It's funny. This charger here has a solid rubberized covered wire. This one here has like the 2 wires glued together style. So like they're different chargers completely. This is an 11.8B and this is an 11.8B. This must be older stock. It's not even the same size, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, never mind. Are you serious? Oh no, you're not. Cool. There, they're both attached. This one's a little bit jankier. It's a little smaller. It's like it's more modern or something. But take the battery, clip in, take the battery, clip in. Cool. They're not exactly level, but like I said before, neither am I, so that's awesome. So there we go. The Ryobi power tools are hung. All I got to do now is print off my reciprocating saw one and my weed whacker one, and we're balling. Freaking balling. Nice. I just have 2 more mounts that I'm waiting to print, well, waiting for printing. And then once that's done, we're pretty much ready. Like we can get all these Ryobis off the bench and on the wall. Now, like I said, this 40-watt battery, she weighs a ton. I don't know about mounting it. Like that's a heavy freaking battery to mount. Like I said before, this thing weighs a good 8 pounds at least. And I'd hate for it to fall and break because it's the only one I have. Because I only have one tool that, oh shit, I only have one tool that uses it. Like I was thinking about mounting it right here. Actually, that would mount upside down. No, that would mount this way. Mounting it here or down here so I can clip the battery in because I would need a lot of room to be able to come from above and pop it in. But this thing weighs a metric ton. Now, I don't mind leaving this on the filing cabinet because number one, this radio here is bunk. I'm just going to get this bait out of the way. Got so many soft plastics, I don't need to make bait for a while. Just got to catch some fish with them so I will use them up. But this radio here, this is an old radio that I bought when I first got the garage so I could have music out here, but now I use Google, so I don't even need this. So this can go in the garbage. She's pretty much spent, you know. It was pretty cool at the time because it had a USB drive on it and it had an SD card slot where you could, well, I have an SD card in there. You can put music on your SD card. It had a 2 gig in there, which at the time was massive. Now 2 gigs, you can't even put like three photos on it. So I can just take this battery pack and charger and just move it to the back corner over here out of the way. And then once I get more mounts made, I can get the other stuff up because I forgot I still have this little flashlight that's pretty much useless. Like I've seen mag lights from the dollar store put out more light than that thing. But this guy here's got some good weight to it. And the mount for this is not, I already showed you the mount. It's not a battery clip. Mind you, would that work? Let's get this hand drill off. If I stoved you on there, what would happen? You would hold on. So why don't I just print one of those again? If you're gonna hold on, then frig hold on. Does this even work? I got no blade in it, but let's see what happens. Let's make sure all the tools work. Man, that's gonna be awesome. It's like a chainsaw without a chain. So I know all the tools work. It's just like I said, when I bought the kit, the battery didn't. So whatever, like got the batteries mounted. They aren't going anywhere. That big battery for the lawnmower, leaving that one where it is. It's a sunny day right now. I could go out and mow the lawn. She desperately needs it because when I did mow the lawn on Sunday, I didn't really do it short. I kind of put the mower in more of a upper position which is why probably it looked like I wasn't cleaning much grass. It's because I wasn't cleaning much grass. And by cleaning, I mean cutting. Now, for another part of the video, something I want to do. I didn't show you guys this, but because I have 2 rods on my bag now, they had this here Traveler at Canadian Tire on sale, regular $79 on for 40 bucks. I was like, I'm going to grab another reel, like a spinning reel, just in case I want to throw some light lures. It's a pain in the ass to do that with a bait caster. Really easy to do it with a spinning caster or a spinning rod. But that bait caster that came with the Skivinz sucks. Because I have 2 rods on here, my Velcro method didn't work. So I printed off this thing, and literally you just take your rod and you can pop it out and then take it out of the bag and go fishing and then clip it back in. Now to install it on the bag, I tried multiple things. I tried using zip ties. That was a bad idea. I tried using epoxy. That was an epic fail. So then I just decided to say screw it, and I used, what did I use? Oh, I used a piece of wood with a screw on the backing, and I just bolted it right to it. So I want to carefully take this spoon off, because I really don't feel like hooking myself again. I got like treble hook paranoia. But the problem with this reel is, it would probably help if I didn't have the wire all tied up. It's really crunchy. It doesn't have a lot of give. And I have the brakes turned down a bit. So that's where this gun oil comes into play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the side off here. So this here just comes off by twisting down. So anybody has this reel, that's how you do it. You literally, it'll be in this position. Put your thumb here and just press it down. That'll pop open. That exposes your magnetic braking system, and then your reel can just come out. It should just come out. I say that, but it does not want to come out. You know what's funny? Without the brakes on, it goes a lot easier. Maybe lubrication is not, oh no, it's definitely lubrication. Okay. All right, so I need to take that spool out. So the spool just slides right out the side there. That exposes the back. So I don't know how well you can see this. I got a friggin' treble hook dangling by my gut, but there's a hole in there, and I'm just gonna shoot some oil right into that hole, and that should lubricate the entire mechanism. This is probably sealed from the factory. Never checked. Here, you rest in the bucket. I'm gonna sit you on the barbecue, and we're gonna examine this oil system and see exactly how whacked this is. Oh no, it's not. Normally they put like a piece of plastic or something over the lid, but this time they did not, so that's a bonus. Now you're probably saying, Adam, you're putting gun oil in your fishing rod. What the hell are you thinking? Well, guys, lubricating oil is lubricating oil is lubricating oil is lubricating oil. At least that's the logic I'm going with. So, see what I like about the Pissy Fun reels versus these cheaper reels is the Pissy Fun reels actually have a lubricating hole where you can inject oil directly into them. These cheaper reels do not. All right, so we got that back in. It's all lubed up. I'm going to go ahead and seal it. Oh, that feels a hell of a lot better. Honestly, guys, I'm almost tempted to message the kids and see if they're still down that calendar and head out there for a dangle. So that works a lot better. I don't know if you can see the lure, but I click the button, she drops. I crank the brakes, click the button, she drops. Turn up the tensioner a little bit, reduce tension, beauty. So that's gonna work out nice. However, I did order a new reel for this because this reel here was feeling really, really garbage. So I ordered a new reel off of Amazon, another Pissy Fun, because I freaking love my Spark Pro, but I ended up ordering a different style this time because it was on sale. Normally they go for like 90 bucks, and for some reason there was a deal, it was on for 40. So I had to jump on it. All right, so got hanging up some Ryobi stuff. Am I hearing another freaking bee in here? By that I mean a freaking dirt dauber. I will totally waste it. So we got the Ryobis hung up. Not all of them, but some of them. I got some more printing, but like it takes 16 hours to print one of those mounts. I took a lot of suggestions from people online about the 3D printer. I re-leveled it using a piece of printer paper, and that got it perfectly level. I watched a couple of videos online as well. People were saying like when your layer goes down, it should be smushed into the bed. It shouldn't be bubbled up. So I used the printer paper, got it leveled, went around a couple times, did the center, everything was good. And then as far as the printing goes, apparently printing at 100 millimeters per second, the printer says I can do it. That's why I was doing it. It's not a good idea. So I dropped it down to 60 and I'm getting a lot more successful prints now. So that is awesome. But anyway, guys, that's my video for today. I went out and friggin' got some stuff and we fixed the Skivinz reel. Well, I think so. And got some stuff so I don't hook myself again. So that's a bonus. But as for the fishing content from yesterday, well, I stopped fishing because nothing was catching. Sure enough, put the GoPro down. the fish were aware and started attacking. Story of my freaking life. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you had any questions, comments, concerns, or anything at all that you want to mention about my mounts and have anything about it, I could always share the link on Thingiverse. If you have a 3D printer and you want to print your own Ryobi mounts, you can. Way cheaper than going on friggin' Amazon and buying them for 40 bucks. And you only get one of the drill mounts, not two. This way here, you can print what you need for what you have and tools and how you want to organize them and all that fun stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.